Locker room talk, baby.
The locker room.
We've got some fan questions for you. Each week I go on a Reddit, and there's a really good community there that asks some pretty good questions. Actually, they were actually really positive about you. You know, I was like hesitant to see what the reception would be. Some people would, say this or that, but it's honestly overwhelmingly positive. Most of the guys are pretty understanding, and the guys that follow footy this much, they seem to do a bit more research into the reality of each case. People are cluing on to the media's kind of agenda a bit, which is really good. Yeah. So I don't know if you can answer this. I've kind of already asked you this, but this is from Joshy C. He said, "Have you considered legal action against Dank? And did you meet the gazelle? If so, what techniques did you employ to not laugh at his stupid hair?"
I haven't met the gazelle. I've definitely seen him on TV and definitely had a laugh. But no, things like I believe there's definitely a case against Dank, against the club I was at, against the NRL possibly, but it's all relative. I mean, the amount of money I've spent on lawyers already, and just to go through all that process, it's just not something. Not that I'm not interested in. It's just not something I can do. I mean, There was something not long ago reported about my case with the doctor that I was going through that I had to pull out of. It wasn't a fact that I was pulling out because I wanted to stop or I didn't have a chance. It was just these things cost money and time, and it's just something that I can't focus on anymore. So I really have to suck it up and just go through the process. And unfortunately, that's just the cards I've been dealt.
And this is from Verbatim, and he said, "What was going through your mind when you bleached your hair, or did you accidentally fall into a washing machine full of nappy sand?" This is when Chris Brown bleached his hair, eh? It was Chris Brown, was it? It was Breezy.
Yeah. I definitely copied it off someone. No, well, I just thought, something I want to do. Fernsey was filthy, but I said to him, mate, if I get a few good preseason games under my belt, surely it'd be sweet. And lucky enough, I did. And then mate, all this stuff sort of hit the fan, and probably not a good head not being into it. Plus covered bleach. It was a recipe for disaster. It lasted one game, so it shows how good it went.
What's Thailand like as a foreigner that comes from shit aroma?
Mate, it's good. It's got a really bad perception for all sorts of things. I mean, business, lifestyle, safety. It's really good. I mean, I can't fault it. And it's been really good to me. So I definitely recommend it to people for everything. Really, you can't fault it. It's a good place to be.
And my personal question: do you feel like it's been westernized a bit too much, or it's not as bad as people think, or?
Yeah, no, it has. It definitely has. So you sort of lose that culture a lot, and especially being on an island, you see it. You're sort of taken over by Westerners. It is quite sad in some point, but in terms of business, it wasn't such a bad thing for me.
And another personal question: you said you went over there for a training camp. Was that like a Muay Thai one, or?
I initially went over there just for a bit of train, and a couple of friends got me on. So I was over there with Randy Matsua and Willie Tonga. We were over there and just training. They got all sorts. Now it's even better. You got strength and conditioning gyms everywhere, really healthy food, so many facilities. So it's actually a street, Soi Thai in Geelong, Phuket, and it's well known. So everyone goes there for training. But yeah, initially we went over there, did a mixed bag, sort of CrossFit, Muay Thai, whatever, and just eating healthy. So, mate, I definitely recommend it for people to check it out. It's a great place and a great place to get away and combine a bit of holiday and a bit of travel.
This is from War Z. And he said, "Which club do you think is career suicide, and why is it the Eels?"
Yeah, it seems that way at the moment, the poor Parramatta Eels. But career suicide, I don't know. It's such a hard one, isn't it?
Well, the weird thing is that I personally I used to think it was the Raiders, but then you went there and killed it. So that's my fucking theory out the window.
Yeah. For me, Canberra was somewhere I was never going. I'll tell you that much right now. But such a good club, such a good bunch of young lads. So much potential there. But mate, if it's not Canberra for me, it's got to be. Sorry, the Warriors to be hard work, I suppose.
Well, yeah, that happened in my career, bro. I went to Warriors and started playing shit.
It'd be hard work. So, I mean, it really is one of the clubs where you've got to be from New Zealand, I think.
This is from Fishocopter, and he said coming from a heterosexual male, How do you maintain your sexy physique? Why did you bleach your hair? And do you still love the game? And do you want to be involved in rugby league in any capacity in the future?
How do I maintain it? Mate, it all goes back to food, I suppose. I'm pretty OCD on my food. Keep that sharp, keep training. So basically, like I said, make better options than bad ones, I suppose. That's how I do it. And the bleach hair, I sort of explained that. It's sort of a off-the-cuff thing, something I wanted to do. Some things work, some things don't. That didn't. And what was the other thing?
Would you, if you couldn't play first grade again, would you, yeah.
Yeah. It's never lost, and people ask me that all the time, and I sort of say, look, as soon as possible. So the moment I get a crack, definitely interested and definitely keen to get back. And like I said, go out on my own terms, and mate, I believe I could do something great, and I'll hold that dream until I'm allowed to play, I suppose.
Another question from one of the boys is, do you miss Fergie?
Yeah, I do miss Fergie, mate. It's hard to see him killing it out of the Roosters, and mate, that'd be. Look, it was the best time of my career. I think we ended up getting 30 tries in 15 games or something. So
imagine you guys outside each other now. Fuck, it'd be a good fucking combination.
Just having fun, and it was just weird. Like I just knew how he was going to play. He knew what I was going to do, and I suppose you sort of dream of that centre wing combination, and we just had it. So yeah, it was good fun.
This is I've kind of already asked you this, but I'm just trying to get through the questions because these guys are so passionate. How do you cope? How did you cope through the darkest days? And I'm curious as well. I've obviously kind of asked you this, but what were because I myself have dealt with some, like after retirement, I dealt with some issues, not necessarily depression, but issues. What was the kind of driving force that got you through those tough times? Because it's got to feel like there was no way out of it. It's at points there must have felt like, fuck, this is too much.
Yeah, mate, it did, and you just sort of asking the question like, how can this happen? What do I do? You just lost, and I can't explain that deep rooted like just empty feeling that I had, and it was really hard. But I suppose the best thing I did, and what saved me, was just getting straight into something. I could have easily sat around moped, and not done anything, but I just got stuck into something and put my time and effort into something. Probably, in a way, that probably wasn't healthy as well. I probably shifted onto something else, but it could have been a lot worse. So I just knuckled down and put my time and effort into something else, something that I enjoyed, and that was my saving grace, I think.
And so you said you're going to possibly open up a new gym and everything like that. Are you going to announce anything like that soon, or? Yeah,
mate. I'm lucky enough to be involved in a new project. I've sort of put the feelers out on social media. I'm headed to Mallorca in Spain, which is an island just off Spain, and going to open a new gym there called Block HQ. So sort of a total conditioning facility, incorporating strength and conditioning and CrossFit. And just sort of come across a ex-client at the gym here in Thailand, and he's a really good businessman, so a great partner to have. And we've got a tour operating company on board as the other partner, and I was lucky enough to get a bit of equity in the gym. So heading over there, the only spanner in the works, I suppose, would be if footy comes up. So I think my tribunal's looking like, I was hoping for this month, but looking like September. So if that doesn't pop up, that'll be me, and all guns blazing. So looking forward to that.
All right, sweet, bro. Well, thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. We've been going for an hour, so I appreciate it, man. And just for everyone that's watching, like, I messaged Sando literally last week, asked him to come on, and he was more than happy to do it. So that's the kind of bloke he is to. We've never even met, and you helped me out, so I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
No worries, mate. I appreciate it. All the best for the show. I'll be following you closely.
Thanks, bro.